These are smart glasses, and a few years ago, nobody wanted to see them, leading to Google's spectacular humiliation in 2013. Now sales are up 139%, and every major tech company is scrambling to get in. Even Apple is rumored to drop theirs this year, but more on that in a minute. It's a race, and whoever figures it out first wins the next decade of tech. Let's see who's closest, who's already behind, and whether any of this is actually worth putting in your face. Now, before we talk about any specific product, I want to establish something, because good is a word that gets abused a lot in tech. A product can technically be impressive and completely useless at the same time. We've seen that before. So I'm gonna give you three criteria. Three things that I think smart glasses product actually has to get right to be worth your money and, well, your face. And then we're gonna run every major player through them. Let's go. Criterion 1. Do you actually wear it? I mean, this sounds obvious, but think about how many tech products you own that you stopped using after a month or something. A smartwatch that's now in your drawer, or earbuds that were too uncomfortable. Glasses are even worse, because glasses live on your face in public. People see them, which means the question isn't just is it comfortable, it's am I willing to be seen like this? And I think smart glasses and watches are one of the few products that leans way more on the fashion and self-expression side rather than actually functional devices. Google Glass failed this test completely. It made the person wearing them look like they were auditioning to be a background character in the Black Mirror episode. Meta figured this out by starting with Ray-Ban. Existing frames, existing brand trust. People already knew what those glasses look like on a person's face, and they were fine with it. So when I look at any smart glasses product, the first question I ask is, will a normal person wear this to, say, a brunch? A normal person? If the answer is no, we move on. Criterion 2. Does the AI actually earn its place? You know, in 2026, it has AI is not a feature. Every product has AI. My toothbrush probably has AI. Wait, let me check.
2 very boring minutes later.
Okay, maybe not, but yours probably has AI somewhere. My point is, AI tells us nothing about the product. The question is, does this AI do something actually faster than just doing it on my phone? Because here's something about glasses specifically. They have one massive advantage over a phone. You know, they see what you see in real time without you having to take anything out of your pocket. Real-time translation of a sign you're looking at. Navigation that tells you to turn left without glancing down. Identifying something in front of you before you've even thought of searching it. That's what AI on glasses can do that a phone can't. Of course, not because it's smarter, but because it's already pointed at the right thing. Most products right now don't get there. They give you like a voice assistant that you could have just gotten with just AirPods. They let you take photos hands-free. Useful, sure, but not useful enough to justify a new category of device. The ones that cracked this really crack it are the ones that will still exist in 5 years. Criterion 3, and this one I feel like matters more than people realize. Is the ecosystem there? A glasses platform without apps is just a gadget, right? It's like a single-use device with a price tag. And gadgets, no matter how clever, what actually matters is the software and apps and ecosystems that you're going to actually interact with. Think about why the iPhone worked. It wasn't because of the hardware. There were phones with better specs. It was the App Store. You know, third-party developers building things Apple never imagined, for use cases Apple never anticipated. Smart glasses need the same moment. They need developers to look at the camera feed, the sensors, the always-on context, and build something that nobody's thought of before. Right now, platforms aren't there. The developer tools are a bit early. The app libraries are thin, like you're essentially buying the hardware and hoping that the software catches up. Sometimes that bet pays off, but sometimes you're left holding a very expensive paperweight. Okay, 3 criteria, let's now actually use them. Now, we've got 3 players to get to. Samsung, Meta, Google, and as I promised later, Apple. I'm gonna score each one of them in our 3 criteria: wearability, usefulness, and ecosystem. And I'm gonna be honest, even when the answer is uncomfortable. First up, Meta, and specifically the Ray-Ban smart glasses. Because let's be honest, this is the product that made the whole industry sit up and pay attention. Wearability, genuinely strong. They partnered with Ray-Ban for a reason. These look like normal glasses, not cool tech glasses, just glasses. You could wear this to a meeting and nobody will know. The $799 display version, the one with an actual screen, sold out across the US so fast that Meta had to cancel its launch in the UK, France, Italy, and Canada. What a good problem to have. AI usefulness? This is where it kinda gets interesting. The neural band lets you scroll through notifications with tiny finger movements that are basically invisible to anyone watching. Real-time translation, visual answers from Meta AI. It's not perfect, but it's the closest anyone has ever gotten to making AI native to glasses. But, and this is important, the AI has moments where you'll honestly rather just reach out to your phone. It's faster for most things, so we're not really fully there yet. Ecosystem. Gen 3 is coming later this year with a new Snapdragon AR chip, better cameras, real-time object recognition. The developer roadmap is real. Meta is trying to build a platform, not just a product. But here's the honest caveat. This still Meta's ecosystem, which means your data, your habits, your visual feed, all of it is feeding a company whose entire business model is built on knowing things about you. Now Google, who, and I cannot stress this enough, I've tried this before. Google Glass launched in 2013. It was a technical achievement that managed to be simultaneously too early, too expensive, and too alienating all at once. People who wore them got a nickname that I'll let you Google yourself. So what is different this time? First, they partnered with Warby Parker. Take an existing trusted glasses brand and put your tech inside. Wearability kind of already solved on paper. Second, Google is building Android XR, a whole operating system for this category. Still, I don't know. Co-developed with Samsung and Qualcomm. And if this platform matures, it could be the software foundation that all the non-Apple glasses run on. But, and this is a significant but, we haven't seen the AI usefulness play out in the real world yet. Google has Gemini, which is excellent. Now, whether Gemini on glasses does something meaningfully better than Gemini on your phone is still an open question. Google's comeback story is genuinely interesting. Whether it's a good product yet, jury's still out. Samsung. Now look, the Galaxy XR headset retails at $1,800. And I have to be honest with you, it's not really glasses, it's a headset. A good one, built on Android XR with Gemini baked in. But if it fails Criterion 1 before we even start, nobody's wiring it to branch. Where Samsung matters is the platform play. They are the hardware anchor for Android XR, which means if Google's operating system becomes standard for this category, Samsung is the company that proves it works at scale. Think of them as less of glasses company and more of infrastructure. Right now, they're not competing with Meta for your face. They are competing with Apple for the future of the platform. So that's the field. And look, some of the products are actually genuinely impressive, better than anything that existed 3 years ago. But here are two problems that nobody, not Meta, not Google, not anyone, has solved yet. And they are the reason most people still aren't wearing smart glasses in public. Two problems. Neither of them are technical, which is what makes them way harder to solve rather than like a battery or a chip. Problem one, privacy. And specifically the consent problem. You know, when you take your phone out and point it at someone, they can see that you're doing it. There's a, what do I call it? Like a social signal, you know, that the other person can choose to move, look away, or just ask you to stop. Smart glasses removes that signal completely. The camera is always there, always pointed at whatever you're looking at. And nobody in the room knows whether you're recording or not. Now, to be clear, this isn't a hypothetical concern. Students at Harvard already demonstrated that you could use Meta Ray-Ban's facial recognition tool to identify strangers on the street, their real name, their address, their phone number, just from a glance across the street. Meta has said they don't allow that use case, and I believe them for now. But the glasses themselves can't enforce that. The camera doesn't know what the app is doing with the feed. And the deeper issue is this: we don't have social norm for this yet. We don't have a shared understanding of what it means to be in a room with someone wearing those glasses that might be recording. We figure it out with phones, slowly, awkwardly. We'll probably have to figure it out again with the glasses. Nobody's even close to resolving this, and until they do, it's a real ceiling on the mainstream adoption. Problem 2, and this one lives in my head rent-free every time I look at one of these products. Why won't I just use my phone? My phone has a better camera, a bigger screen, more apps, more battery. It does everything that these glasses do, and most of the time it does it faster, and it fits in my pocket, which the last time I checked, my face does not. So the honest answer, the one that the industry doesn't say loudly enough, is that right now, in many situations, you're right, your phone is better. The phone is better, faster, more capable, more private, ironically. But here's the thing about friction. Taking your phone out of your pocket is frictionless to you. You've done it 10,000 times, but it's not actually zero friction. It's a small interruption. There's a context switch. You have to stop being present in whatever you're doing. Glasses, when they work, when the AI is fast enough, when the interface is invisible enough, kind of remove that interruption. Instead of pausing, you just know the thing that you need to know, and you keep doing what you're doing. Nobody has made glasses that feel that frictionless yet. I mean, not reliably enough to change a habit that's been 10 years in the making. But one company specifically might be in the best position to try. Apple, of course. Here's something about Apple entering our category. They're almost never first. But when they show up, they tend to answer a question that almost everyone was scared to ask. Not can we build this, but can anyone actually use it? So what do we actually know? Mark Gurman at Bloomberg says Apple will reveal their glasses in 2026 with a launch in 2027. Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, did I say that right? Puts it at 2027 too. And here's the part that surprises everyone. The first version will have no display, no AR overlay, no screens in the lens. It's going to be a camera, Siri, and sensors. Essentially an AirPod for your face. That sounds overwhelming until you remember that the first Apple Watch didn't have the App Store. The first AirPod had no noise cancellation. Apple ships version 1 to get the form factor right. The features come later. A second generation with an actual display is expected around 2028. That's when Apple Glass becomes what everyone in this video has been trying to make. But here's why Apple's entry matters right now, even before they ship a single unit. Remember Criterion 3? Ecosystem. The thing I said most platforms aren't ready for yet, Apple has already solved that. They have 2 million apps. They have a developer community that will build for Apple Glass the day the developer kit ships. They have an ecosystem lock-in that means if you own an iPhone, a Mac, an Apple Watch, your glasses will work better than anyone else's on day one. And they have one other thing that no company in this space has: a 15-year track record of convincing people to change the way they interact with tech. Nobody has made the habit-breaking product yet. Apple has made a career out of it. The window between now and Apple's launch is the most contested moment that this space will ever have. Every company in this video is trying to establish themselves before Apple, makes the category theirs. Some of them might succeed. We'll see. It's a race worth watching. Follow along, you know where to find me. Please subscribe to help me achieve my dreams. I've got a lot planned for this channel, but for now, love you guys and see you soon.